Okay, so hello and welcome. I hope everyone's doing well. I'm doing pretty good. We're going to return to Rimworld for tonight. This is probably just going to be a one-off for this particular colony. I keep wanting to say fortress. Because, well, we're just going to have a look at something which I've been working on my own. Let me start again. Where's my words? This is Rimworld, and we're going to be playing with the Warhammer 40,000 mods, which we saw previously when I did the, what was it called? Warboss World Records camp. Since then, a bit's changed. I have gotten the DLC, as you can see. I thought since I had put in quite a few hours in the game, I may as well. And there was a few other mods, I think 3 others, which relied on this, on the expansion. So I have those, along with the Astra Militarum and the Adeptus Mechanicus mods, which are the main ones still. I haven't added many others, I don't think. I think Mystic Robots was there before. And that's all the ones. Oh, I have Repair Workbench also. It allows me to repair items which are nearly damaged, which is very nice. This is mostly because, well, you'll see in a moment. With how everything else is in the in these mods, being able to repair items is a very minor thing. It's not. It's not as big of a game breaker as it would be in the base game. But with the DLC, we have 3 other mods: Corruption Core, Corruption Psychers, and Corruption Worship. They do basically what they sound like. Worship adds worship, which is different for the various factions you play as. Allows you to get favor, and also has some abilities which you can use every now and then to get some nice effects going. I've only seen the ones for the Imperium so far. Orcs do have one. They can worship Gorka Mork. But I haven't. So that if I go back to the greenskins, that will be something neat to see there. Pardon. And Psychers, I haven't seen too much of this. I actually haven't used any Psychers at all yet. So I haven't got any in my fortress, I don't think. I'm not too sure how it works. The DLC, since I haven't played it with the base game, a lot of how it's supposed to work is kind of lost to me. So I've only got experience with it with the mods installed. Probably not the best way to go about doing things, but oh well. Hello, welcome, Ariel. Did I manage to fix those cinematics in Stone Prophet? No, sadly not. I did have a look into it. It seems like the way to get it to work, pardon, this is about another game I had finished off briefly recently, would be to get the 1.0 version of Stone Prophet, and GOG doesn't sell the 1.0 version, and I don't think I can roll back the version GOG gives me, because they took it from a compilation set or something which had the error in it. Most of the things I was looking at suggested installing it off the CDs or discs. I did see something about a back patch, but I don't know where that would be. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm still looking at it a bit, but yeah, it's unfortunate because it's been broached to GOG from what I can tell, but they don't seem to be able to do anything about it. There were some people investigating what the probable cause of it would be, but I don't know whether they ever whether they found the particular reason why the cinematics aren't working. Anyway, so we are going to go here with the Discoverers of Knowledge, which is what I tend to call my Adeptus Mechanicus groups, because I don't know, it sounds appropriate. Hello, welcome, Randy. But as I said, I have been doing this one for a bit on my own. So I've wanted to do an Adeptus Mechanicus run of the Warhammer 40,000 Rimworld mods. Things which I just ended up choosing the greenskins over it is because for the beginning of it, let me just pause this. For the beginning of it, it's really not that different from normal Rimworld because you're working with humans. The main difference between a group of Adeptus Mechanicus humans and normal humans is that they have transhumanist. So they like having bionics, which makes sense. But other than that, they're basically just like Rimworld, and it's a lot of spending probably the first 4 years or so researching stuff so you can get to the Warhammer stuff. So yeah, I don't know. That's why we're sort of jumping into this here. I think this is probably just after I had an attack. One thing I found actually, and it's quite important, at least for how things were going. I think the first 4 years or so in this, what year are we up to at the moment? Just over year 10. I had it on attacks. If you go to options and you go to Storyteller Settings, you can actually change these here, which and everything else about it, which allows you to turn on and off whether you're getting attacked. Because I was running with this Erlok Gua, it's a very aggressive storyteller and sends a lot of raids at you, and I wasn't able to get much done because it was just greenskins, Space Hawk crashed, you know, Tau pop up, then Eldar siege, and then so on and so forth. So, also, I have been doing a lot of save scumming with this, so if something goes terribly wrong, I will probably reload to a previous save. Actually, let me just, because I'm not playing this at all in a, accept losses manner, just because I wanted to fiddle around with things. Let me just copy and paste those saves into there. There we go. Don't worry, I was just doing stuff off camera. And, right, so I have threats off at the moment. We'll probably turn them on in a bit. Or we can turn them on now. I don't know, it depends. So, as I said, I've been kind of busy with this. This is... Well, what's our group called? Arden or something like that? Here we go. Will it show up on the world? We're actually in a rather nice location. It has year-round planting, and the temperature has never really gotten below freezing or gotten into really high temperatures. Yes, we're called Arden. That's where we're located on this world in particular. We go back. So yeah, we have quite a lot of fortifications. We started off around here. I had a wooden shack around here built into the mountainside, which sort of extended out like that. And I've extended further into the mountain and built fortifications around it. And also generators for power. And we have this in here for actual production. Sleeping beds are up here, as well as a kind of a temporary... what would it be called? A temporary, like, prison area. On the off chance I have captured some people, and there's an important point, there's an important reason why I've been wanting to capture people. We'll get to that. But yeah, people's sleeping quarters are up here. They're all quite nicely done. And we all have adamantium Imperial doors, so they're very tough. Oh, that one is... Why is that door open? Someone just moved through it? Oh, I guess Max just moved through it. They have a nice sort of dining room slash... what would you call it? Like, entertainment room here with poker tables, billiards, a harp, which is from the DLC, a flat screen TV and some chairs, though people still complain every now and then that they have eaten without a chair. Food's over here, and the kitchens are over here. And we have, you know, planting here and here freezing storage up there, as well as down here. Butchering area here. This is area for hay, and there's our animals, which is mostly a bunch of Labradors. We got some buffaloes and some donkeys as well. These Labradors, we have quite a lot of them. And I've had to, unfortunately, cull them quite a few times because they have so many babies. So, yes. Rather cruel, but it's either that or they eat all my food. And I can't really get rid of all of them because, well, people have some of them as pets. Also, they do hauling. But that's not that big of a deal because of other reasons. Storage areas are here, you know, like resources. Our Ferrocrete and Rockcrete are here. This is what we've been using for producing our walls, which you can see here. This is Ferrocrete Walls. They're quite tough. 1,125. I think the fortification ones, the ones which have these red lines on them, you can see, they have more health. If we look at this, this is Rockcrete, 750. This one has 1,000. I think this takes a little bit more resources. Yes, it takes 1 ceramite, whereas normal just takes 5 Rockcrete. Rockcrete is quite easy to make. It requires 3 stone, and you get, I think, 15 of these Rockcrete resources to use, or maybe 30. So you can turn excess rubble, like just this stuff, these chunks, into Rockcrete. Ferrocrete is pretty much the same. It's created here at Imperial Construction Fabricator, but I believe it requires some steel in the process. 5 stone blocks and 1 steel. So yeah, 2 more stone blocks and 1 steel. But for how strong it is, that's a pretty good trade-off. Actually, no, I was lying. It requires steel blocks, not chunks. So it requires, you know, carved. Doesn't it? I think it does. I haven't been paying attention. Stone blocks, yes. And we've also got another level above this, which I haven't made, called Plastcrete. 5 stone blocks and 1 ceramite. Oh, it doesn't require plasteel. I assumed it did, but it doesn't. So I could just make the most powerful one. I don't know how strong that would be. I might make some of it. I'll put like 10 there. There we go. What else? These blue plants here are Calma. They're used to create the Imperial Med Kits, which are very good. 350% medical potency. As a comparison, this Glitterworld medicine, which is the best medicine you can get in the base Rimworld, is 130%. So, it's pretty good. And it doesn't require that much. I don't expect stuff in this mod to be that balanced. It requires... The Imperial Med Kits require refined Calma, which is just Calma turned into these bottles here, which is just, I think, 5 of these go into one of those. And the Med Kits, yeah, require herbal medicine as well. 3 herbal medicine, 1 refined Calma, and 3 cloth. It's very simple. And it is really good. With how many bionic upgrades and all that I've been sort of trying to get done, it's nice to have so much of a high chance. These Imperial hospital beds also come with quite a nice improvement to effectiveness for, like, surgery success chance. 166%, 132% for immunity gain speed. I have these vitals monitors which improve that even further. As well as, you know, sterile floors. But what else? There's quite a lot of things to talk about. This is from the worship. This is for the worship mod. It is our chapel, which is an improved one. Previously, I had a smaller one about up to here, over here, but I extended it outwards. It's got nice marble paved floors and slate paved floors. It's got a solid adamantium intricate altar at the end here, as well as fine marble church benches and marble columns and steel statues and this large adamantium honored imperial statue, which looks a bit out of place. And a giant piano because, I don't know, I can't have organs. Our batteries, We have Imperial batteries. Generally, if it's Imperial stuff, it will be just better in every way. Normal batteries, 600 watts storage. Imperial batteries, 7,500. And I think they cost about the same. 150 ceramite and 3 Imperial components. 70 steel, 2 components. Imperial components are just like normal components, but I think maybe using some ceramite to create them. What else? Fortifications. I should probably talk about that. So we've got Ferrocrete Walls here, as well as multiple layered adamantium Imperial doors. In 2 layers, soon to be 3, or pretty much 3. With a lot of automated turrets here. These are auto gun turrets. They require no power source. They are automatic. And they shoot at any enemies which come nearby. They shoot in volleys of 10 bursts. 10 burst shots. They're not necessarily that powerful. Now, I say that. They're very good against humans. Against orcs? Against Tau with their long range, like, pulse rifles? Not so much. Against Eldar and their fast moving, you know. So, it looks like overkill. Against the normal human raiders, it is. This is why we have these bigger guns. Auto cannon turrets. Which, you know, their range about the same. Automated, again, they require no power. They have built-in power source. They fire in volleys of 15. We have also some more powerful ones around here somewhere. This is just razor wire. It's like sandbags, except I don't think it's as good as cover, but it's mostly, I believe, just used for slowing people down when they're climbing over it. Barricades. I think we built some of these as the greenskins. 75% cover effectiveness, 1,200 hit points. It's just used for like creating fortified bunker areas and Ferrocrete Imperial fortification walls. The fortifications allow you to shoot through them. They're like the emoluments mod. Embrasures, sorry. They're like these, the embrasures, except built into the mod. So I've been using these. We have this twin-linked las cannon turret in here. I'm unsure whether it can shoot through the fortifications. I believe it can, but we have a solid wall here, so... this was built as a fallback gun point in case they break through the walls. As a twin-linked las cannon, it is quite powerful. 45 range, 84% armor piercing, 75 damage. Got pretty good accuracy. It's not automated. It's not self-powered. It requires power. That's why these razor wire is going like this, because there's a power cable underneath it. And yeah, things use quite a bit of power. This is 150 watts. I've got quite a few other things which require a lot more power. Here's another defensive position. Well, defenses to protect my power generation. Some of my power generation. Imperial geothermal plants. They produce 8,000 watts over a geothermal vent. I have these little, I don't know, nicely designed bunkers around them. I'm rather proud of them. Solid walls, fortifications around there. They have these quad heavy stubber turrets in there. So that's 4 barrels. 12 burst shot round. 7 damage. It's not that high. But they're automated again. Oh no, they're not. Well, they're automatic turrets, but they're actually requiring drawing power from my power source. So 150 watts again. I think these ones all require access to the power grid as well. We've got las cannon turrets as opposed to the twin linked down there. Auto cannon turret, which I think auto cannons are just like heavy armor piercing shells. I know the Chaos Space Marines have auto cannons, but usual Warhammer, usual Space Marines and all that don't use auto cannons. But yeah, they fire a single shot. Well, apparently they got a first shot count of 3. I don't know. Yeah. If things come around here, The thing is, the AI goes for any spot which is, like, undefended. So if I didn't have these here, they'd, like, try and run down here and break through the walls. These turrets have pretty good health, 380 for these ones. So they can survive a bit of a pounding. They also don't explode on death. I think they just explode in like a 1 square big radius, which isn't going to hurt people if they're around them. But I prefer to keep them on their own because better to lose my turrets than to lose my people. I've actually managed to keep all the starting people, which, oh boy, it was Mac, Ludmilla, Brewer, and Tess here. We'll get to them in a moment. We have the other entrance here. I've just been laying everything with concrete because we have so much steel. Quad heavy stubbers, 3 of them on each side to shoot anything which comes within range there. Going through a mountain here, down to this little fortification, which was because there was a Space Hulk or something which had landed here, and I created this position to attack it when I shot it. And all the enemies poured out of it. I've since converted it into a little fortification with a thud gun in it. Thud guns are... they're like Imperial heavy mortars. Well, it says thud gun mortar. They fire in volleys of 4. I haven't found them to be that effective. They use these thud mortars. The reason why I haven't found them to be effective, that you can see it requires 7,000 watts. So I have it currently turned off. Even though I could keep it running permanently. It's also got some batteries here in case it runs out everywhere else, but it'll probably drain them pretty quickly. Is because the reason why I haven't found it too effective is because it seems like most of its damage is, or its blast seems to be fire, which is not too useful against, like, mechanoids. I created it to attack some mechanoids which had landed up here. You see all the plasteel left over from it. The DLC has also added some extra events. Oh, there's also this anima tree here, which is to do with, like, psychic stuff. Anyway, the mechanoids landed here with, like, production facilities. And also a bunch of turrets and a mortar and shields to protect them from ranged fire and so on, which was very annoying. So I had to, like, get one of my guys to shoot it, activate them, run off, and draw them into the turrets. But my thud mortar wasn't able to do much because it was predominantly shooting with fire, and mechanoids aren't hurt by fire. Have quad heavy stubbers around here, auto cannon turrets, auto gun turrets, and more razor wire protecting around it, as well as a little bunker in the middle here in case I have guys in here and they break through the walls. What else is there? Imperial solar generators. They produce 1,485 watts. Another 2 geothermal plants down here. I've just been putting them on top of the ones which are in the game, which started on the map. I could create my own, but I haven't done that yet. We have this ground penetrating scanner here, which was for, you know, scanning for resources, since I was running a bit low in the mountains. As you can see, I was mining them out here. But we've come up with a much more effective, kind of stupidly effective way to get resources. And that's this thing down here. This Imperial Planetary Core Extractor. So, this requires 3,500 watts, which isn't that much. The resources it requires to produce 3,500 steel, that's quite a bit. 200 plus steel, that was a problem. 10 Imperial components, which are, as I said, just like basic components, but with some ceramite. Up the top there, 20 is refined ceramite, which I think maybe requires some steel and ceramite to turn into refined ceramite. We'll just check that. Let's see, refined ceramite. Yep, 10 steel, 3 ceramite, create a stack of refined ceramite. And also some power cores this requires, which are... so, over here. Yep, so 4 refined ceramite, 2 refined adamantium, 4 uranium, or an Imperial power core. But since we've got this working, it's solved all of our resource problems, because it's essentially just an infinite miner. You say, oh, I want to get, like, you know, I want you to have 10 extracting core steel jobs, and a guy will stand there and just produce the job, and it will create steel. Or create ceramite, or promethium, which is used for fuel, or plasteel, or silver, uranium, any of these. Jade, silver, gold. However much you want, it's just infinite. You do apparently need to keep it below 0 degrees Celsius. So, I have all these coolers here, and it's currently minus 60 degrees Celsius in there. Even with all that, when it's running, it bumps it up to about from minus 60 degrees Celsius to about minus 50, maybe minus 40 degrees Celsius. Apparently, if it goes above 0 degrees Celsius, it's supposed to start taking damage, but before I noticed how much heat it was generating, and I had the one cooler here, it was like 150 or maybe 250 degrees Celsius in here, and it wasn't taking damage, so maybe something's bugged there. But yeah, it's very cold in there, but it's able to produce resources, so that's great. And I can build multiple of them now if I wanted. Don't really need to. For more power generation, we have these plasma reactors here. There are uranium reactors, but I went for the plasma reactors, which is better. Because, I don't know, I felt like it. 150,000 watts generated. It requires these promethium fuel blocks, which are created from promethium fuel, which are these red stacks, and uranium, I think. So we get a bunch of those, put them in there. It goes through them pretty quickly. I think 75 inside of it lasts for about 9 days. Yeah, 5 adamantium, 9 uranium, 7 promethium creates 3 fuel blocks. They are also used for other things, the fuel blocks, but I can't remember what. Creating them doesn't require too much. 600 steel, 800 ceramite, 20 imperial components, and 3 power cores. I have 2 others here, but I haven't needed to build them yet. They also have to run below 0 degrees Celsius. It's currently minus 20 degrees in here. But they don't generate anywhere near as much heat as this does. So it's just running constantly, and it's perfectly fine. Weapons are over here. We have a bunch of weapons we've taken from enemies. Some chaos bolters and plasma guns. A zap cannon. I'm sort of just jumping around as I'm seeing things because there's quite a few things. Singing spears. Pulse carbines from Tau. We have been producing some weapons. Radium carbines, which are Adeptus Mechanicus weapons, or Scutari weapons. They're like laser guns, but they shoot irradiated lasers. We also have some las guns here. I was actually producing some las guns. I don't know whether that's been done, or did I sell them at some point? I don't know. They're pretty cheap to create. I think they cost like a few steel and a power core. There's a lot of weapons. We'll get to that. Where's the M Galaxy pattern las gun? There we go. 75 steel, 30 ceramite, 4 imperial components. What with our mining setup, that's just spare change. Interior for growing plants, just rice, really. This was a major drain of my power because these sun lamps require so much power. 2,900 watts. Compared to other things, that's not too much, but I had like 5 of them in here. I was wondering why my power was constantly draining. I didn't realize it was so high. And that's a base game thing. On top of the hydroponics basins, which are 70 each. Clothing. Fabrication bench. This is our sort of research production area here. I guess we'll move on to people. So, I have my guys sort of broadly split up into 2, 3 if you include Tess, but Tess is kind of a unique, case. Sort of into 2 groups. We have the Adeptus Mechanicus, or Tech Priests, over here, and we have the Scutari over here. The main difference between them is that these guys have crafting. These guys don't. Mac, Ludmilla, and Brewer are actually Tech Priests, so they have the, where is it? It's under, yeah, here. They have the Transhumanist, which gives them happy thoughts when they have Bionics. Which so far is only counting the base game ones. Stone Skin Gland, a Bionic Art Spine. Brewer here has an Augmetic Leg, which is an Imperial upgrade, which is quite a bit better than the normal leg. But it doesn't count as part of the Bionics, so I haven't been going and giving everyone Bionic arms and legs. Because of that, it wouldn't be giving them happy thoughts. But yeah, you can see. 7. You have 2 parts. See, it's not counting this, which gives them happy thoughts. Mac here, she's my... Where is it? My miner, for the most part. Very good at that. Ludmilla, planter, kind of medical, construction. Brewer, construction, medical. Ligua, construction, medical. And Joe Aura here is crafting, mostly. Otherwise, she doesn't really have much else going on for her. The rest of these, as I said, their skills are mostly in shooting and melee, and also any other odd jobs which I have lying around, but mostly because they don't have crafting. Tess here is my primary researcher. She's also dressed up as a commissar, because it looks cool. She's part of the Imperial Inquisition. So she's got a bunch of bonuses for like crafting, medical, melee, shooting, and other things. Though she's getting on in years, so 74, she's a bit slower than she would normally be. She also can't do much else. You see all those disabled skills there. She won't do hauling, crafting, plants, cooking, mining. But she's good at shooting, good at melee, good at medical, social, and intellectual. So she's been researching for us the whole time. Some of the things which people have, I think she's got a flak vest under there. Commissar cap. Just like a cloth cap, I believe. Yeah. I can't tell how different these stats are from base game stuff. So I can't really say whether this is far better than normal or not. Commissar jacket as well. Devil Strand cloak. Inquisitorial Servo Skull. This gives a bonus to her, to some of her abilities. Shooting accuracy goes up by 0.1. Social impact by plus 5%. Negotiation ability by plus 5%. Trade price improvement by plus 5%. Global work speed is down minus 25%. I suppose because it's a bit harder to work with it next to you, but it's just a little companion bot to go along with her. I have ones for my other people as well. I believe. You've got a Rosarius, which is a force field, protects her from ranged attacks. But also all my tech priests have these basic servo arms, which you can see there, sticking out the back, which improves their work speed, but lowers their shooting accuracy because it's difficult to shoot with it in the way. Increase their move speed also by a little bit. It's quite nice. They do break a lot. They've got, what? I think 50 hit points? Yeah. So that's why I added the repair mod. Because they were breaking really quickly. And when they get below 25% health left, people start complaining about tatty clothing. So if I repair them, I don't have to build them again. And they do take a bit of resources to create in the first place, so... you have a... Mac here has a Mechanarium Servo Skull. See the differences there. Increases global work speed, research speed, construction success chance, repair success chance, and also mechanoid trading efficiency and speed. So that's quite nice. It's got 500 health. Really should have as much as the servo arm. Or the servo arm should have that much, I feel. Anyway, anything else? Sharpie's got Skitarii equipment on, Iris helmet. I think this gives them a lot of protection against, well, heat and cold. But also a lot of protection against toxic stuff. We had some toxic fallout, and these guys I don't think were too... The guys wearing the Skitarii clothing weren't too bothered by it. I think that's their helmet which gives that. Toxic sensitivity minus 75%, so... That's in line, because the Skitarii, Mars in Warhammer 40,000 is a very hostile environment, so Skitarii are wearing rebreathers and all that to protect them against the irradiated landscape of Mars. It also looks pretty neat. Sharpie's equipped with a Transuranic Arquebus, which is a long-range sniper rifle. Pretty powerful, it's got a slow rate of fire. He's also missing a few parts since we've been attacked a few times. I haven't gotten around to giving him augmented parts. Some people have, mostly if they've lost like an arm, because that slows them down a lot. Embrace Zada has a radium Jezzail. It's like a sniper rifle, but it shoots irradiated shots. Everyone else, I think, has pretty much whatever I've been able to give them. Orange here has a pulse rifle from Tau. Aurelia has... Elgipus has a fusion gun from the Eldar, which is a really powerful anti-vehicle weapon. It tears holes in my walls whenever she misses, which is wonderful. My fortifications get destroyed in like one shot when she hits them, and I've thought about swapping it out for something else, but if it hits a enemy, they're pretty much dead, so it's quite nice. It's got short range, though. Oka has an auto gun. It's not that good. Troyo has a radium carbine, and Nadezhda has another radium carbine. What else? Oh, yes. So we have these little platforms here. Imperial Servo Skulls, tier 3. One of the reasons, the primary reason I've been taking prisoners is because there's one resource which is quite rare, and it's because you can't mine it out of the earth, unfortunately. You have to mine it out of people's skulls. This is a brain. One per person. And it doesn't matter which, whether you use like a human brain or an alien brain. So if I have prisoners, I can get brains for them, and you use them for some constructions around here. These research cogitators and a manufacturing cogitator, they require a brain to produce. You see up there. I don't have any brains currently, so I can't build another one. But you can reinstall them at other places, so you don't have to... Luckily, if you want to move them, you don't have to, like, rebuild it. But yeah. But also for these Servo Skulls, they require a brain too. And there's actually 3 tiers of this. Tier 3 is the highest. I haven't built tier 1 and tier 2, and I don't think I will, because tier 3 is really, really good. These Servo Skulls, they're automated, they're robots, they run around, they do odd jobs everywhere. They have quite a few jobs which they can do. Priority 1 jobs is doctoring, firefighting. Priority 2 jobs, smithing, crafting. 3, tailoring, cooking, construction. 4, mining, plant cutting, growing. And hauling and cleaning. So, but they're very, very fast. You see them running around. And they're very good at what they do. We watched this one cooking a meal. Or is it just moving stuff? It's just moving stuff. I have 2 of them. But I had to redo how my food was getting done, because I previously had it on create as many meals as you could, And they just sat there making meals, and it overflowed. And I had more meals than I could do stuff with, so I had to put it down to only create more if you have less than 200. For some reason, they've gone and created 400. I don't know why. Is that because I have it on both of these? Whatever. Anyway. They should be just looking at, like, overall. Anyway, we also have some other bots, these hauling bots and cleaning bots, but, they're nowhere near as good. Where's that Servo Skull gone? There it is. And there's the other one. Yeah, they're hauling the, rice around. But as I said, they're really good at what they do. They will do crafting, and they do it very quickly. They're good at surgery, and they're very quick at it. They're good at mining. They'll do that really quickly. If they get on this, Mac, my best miner, will generate maybe about 80 steel for one of these tasks, which is pretty good. 80 free steel for just spending some time using this is a pretty good trade-off. If my Servo Skull gets on it and starts working at it, I'll end up with maybe about, I think it's about 600 steel, and it will do it really quickly. So often I have to just put like do 5, otherwise it will overflow the building, and I'll have far too much steel. Currently I have, what, 4,500 steel? That's enough for the moment. Our dogs are... Bigfoot is hauling logs. Also our Devil Strand down here. But yeah, I just have them running around. I can't tell them what to do, they just sort of fill in jobs whenever I want them to. If I had one stuck in here and it was only focused on doing this, then I would just be able to create resources whenever you want. You could just go back to researching or whatever. Or rest. But yes. What else? We have some chem fuel. It's because I have some oily squigs. Or at least one oily squig? A pack of them arrived at some point years ago. Yeah, like 9 years ago. And every now and then they get milked for chem fuel. Which we've seen that with the greenskins. Yeah, and these muffalos. Which are kind of nice, I suppose. Having, like, clothing for cold temperatures is not really a problem. This area doesn't get too cold. There's a heat wave currently, and it's 45 degrees Celsius. As I said, the hottest it's gotten here is about 50, so... Celsius. That's about it. Big fortifications. Base, which is coming along. I have another area here sort of planned out, which is going to be a manufacturing area, but I haven't started it. It's going to require quite a few resources. And frankly, I don't really need it. This is more than enough. If I put it on fast speed, you can see how fast those Servo Skulls go running around doing things. Anyway, I guess I'll put it on major threats, and we'll sort of wait and see whether or when a attack will occur. This is for the worshipping mechanic. I don't think this is in the base game. This is the colony's religion, Imperial cult. Worshipping of the God Emperor of mankind. Now, okay, I think this just means we have better relations with, like, Cadian guards, Imperial Guard. This Pilgrims one I haven't seen do anything. Apparently people are supposed to come and visit, and I think my place of worship is good enough. It's unbelievably impressive. So, yeah, I don't know. I haven't had any pilgrims arrive. And we have this down here, which is various... they're like... favors, events which you can force occur. Pilgrimage, which I haven't used. You know, solar flare. Power goes off. Luckily, that doesn't affect my automatic turrets because they don't use the power grid. Just affects my lights. All that. What's this? Divine gift. Oh yes, I can call down. The God Emperor can send a bunch of resources. Like it's like a drop pod event. You know, you just get random stuff. I think I used it once, and the God Emperor decided to gift upon me some thud gun ammunition. So he knows best. I think other times it's just been like potatoes. Bit random. Cleansing corruption. This is something I haven't seen too much of, or at all really. If we go to Mac here, we have this soul panel, and you can see this up here. So Mac has a pure soul, and this is because we've got rigorous worship regime going on. This is what the chapel is for. This altar here, Tess has tri-daily sermons to keep everyone on the straight and narrow, and everyone will, or most people will attend, listen to her, get possibly a positive thought from it, or possibly a negative thought from it, depending on how the speech goes. So, but mostly it affects this, and because they're praying all the time, and they'll also be reciting prayers to themselves, you'll see this, you know, let his light shine, let the darkness fade, bring forth what is good to lay before him. They'll like recite little litanies as they're running around doing things like jobs and, or just, you know, going about their business. I could turn off show prayers, but I like seeing them, and you can turn it off allowing it. But that will affect this bar, and I think when this gets low, it's like they're getting noted by the Chaos Gods, and I think they can get like mutations or like demonic possessions, but I haven't found it that difficult to keep them right up on pure, just because attending these sermons all the time keeps this right up there, and there's no events which cause it to drop. I did have some curious effigies appear really early on. I can create these in the shape of the God Emperor, also in the shape of the Chaos Gods. This one is wooden curious effigy. This is in the shape of corn. But I haven't brought it into my base. It's actually allowed, but no one's picked it up. I don't know what would happen. Will people like carry it around and worship it if they find it? Apparently things like going into combat, researching, or like things to do with the Chaos Gods will affect people's soul in a bit. So if someone's in combat, their soul will slightly go down because they're getting noticed by Khorne because they might be taking pleasure in combat. Or if they're like taking pleasure in really good meals, and Slaanesh will notice, but I haven't really seen anything happen because of that. So yeah, I think pretty much everyone's absolutely pure. Yep. Because of our prayers. You can see a sermon's going off here. Tess is... You can hear she's giving a little sermon, and... Is it over? Yep, it's over. Not everyone made it, but they'll possibly have a positive thought from it. Or possibly a bad thought from it. Why are you so slow? You're just wandering. I will say, Tess is really good at social stuff. She's level 17. And I think the chance for her to give a terrible sermon is a bit too high. If we go here, you can see terrible speech is 3.5%. Now, if I have 3 sermons per day, the other sermons don't affect it, but that's still rather a high chance. I find that often whenever I look at my pawns, they have the effects of a really good speech and a terrible speech at the same time. Which, I mean, I understand if she can give terrible speeches, but it kind of means that the purpose of it, of like raising people's spirits, is kind of lost because the penalty for a terrible speech is quite high. It's like 12, and it stacks. I think someone here had like minus 22 because of 2 terrible speeches. Yeah, 3 terrible speeches, minus 28. Anyway, so that's nice to see them running in there and having worship, and they're like worshipping every now and then. Servo Skulls go back here to recharge. I can also turn them off. Apparently they've only got like a life expectancy of 5 years, but if I deactivate them, it resets. So you can see this is 4 days old, but it's been around for much longer than that, like like a few years, but I would prefer if they didn't die of old age. They're Servo Skull. If you don't know, a Servo Skull is... in Warhammer, it's like a... well, it's someone's skull. And I believe also the brain. But it's sort of like a cyborg's thing. It's like turned into... it's not a robot. It's important to make that distinction. It's not a robot. It's like a... it's like a cyborgized person's skull. At the same time, it's been lobotomized and sort of... it essentially works like a robot without being an AI. Because the Imperium has this whole thing about no robots, no AI. Because of terrible things which happened in the past. So, the Servo Skulls being sort of... technology-controlled people heads is a way to get around that. But yeah, they've like it's a floating head, a floating skull with like various tentacles and arms attached to it. It just does things. They're not necessarily that smart, so the reason them being so good at doing jobs is perhaps not that that appropriate. But you know, it would be nice if I could make servitors. Servitors are basically the same thing, but taking the whole person and sort of turning them into a cyborg. Think like the Borg. But they're really, really stupid. Well, they can't do lateral thinking. It's just... you create a servitor and it's like, go construct things. It's like, okay. And it does that to the exclusion of everything else. Pardon me, I'm doing a lot of talking. Anything else which I haven't covered? No. We're just waiting for an attack to occur, I suppose. Because I may as well show off the attacks. If one will occur. Let's speed things up. People are just running around doing research. Oh, research. What are we researching currently? Imperial Void Shields. Void Shield Generator Mortars. What's this? Sucking energy from the Imperium against mortar attacks, but not drop pods and ground fire. Oh, okay, so I can protect against mortar shells from that. That's pretty neat. And ground fire. Oh, these are like the Mechanids shields, which I was talking about earlier. Except this one's against ground fire. Yeah, and this one's against mortars. Cool, so I can make those myself. 1,000 hit points. And 1,000 hit points. Yeah, I could just cover my base in shields. This research also requires the research cogitator. That's why I created them in the first place. Because higher tech requires these. And this is also required, I think, for some higher constructions. Or maybe it just speeds things up. We have quite a lot of research done. For these higher ones, I require tech prints. Which I think is something like from the DLC where you can get like fragments of stuff from royalty to be able to get higher researchers. Okay. I think I've got one of these for like the Calidus temple. This is like various assassin temples which you can apparently outfit people in, which would be pretty cool. What am I going to create? What am I going to research next? We could create a starty power armor. We do have the capability to create a Space Marine. I haven't done so. It requires a lot of implants. There is this one here, Right of Pure Thought, which I would like to do. It would be better for. It would be good for some of my more temperamental followers. This is something that tech priests go through or perform on themselves to become more like a machine. As it says, it removes the right hemisphere of the brain and replaces it with the cogitator, which is basically a computer. So they think in a very logical manner. And also are able to, like, think maybe wire their brains together so that they can think and talk really quickly. I'm guessing it's going to, like, remove people's, like, negative thoughts from emotions and all that, which would be good for some of them. Because I have people who keep having tantrums. But this actually requires some items which I don't actually have. I think. Let me see. Oh, no. It requires someone with high medical and high crafting skill to create it in the first place. Yeah, medical 13, crafting 13, and I don't have someone with that. I don't know if the servitors can actually create... not servitors, the Servo Skulls can do that. Your crafting medical is 13, but you don't have crafting. It was 12, 9, 5, 0, 14, 7, 13, and 11. I think Legua is the highest I have. It needs 2 more levels in medical. Anything else? Nope. Just keep waiting for a or an attack, and I can give my throat a bit of a rest after that talking. You can see the sermons whenever they occur pop up over here. Someone's got tattered apparel. That will probably be their, yep, basic servo arm. I'll go through what I do to repair them. I'll send back over here. And I have him force wearing it because I don't want him to take it off. We drop it. It gets dropped there. Send you out. We'll allow it. And I go to this electric repair bench, which is from the mod. And I do this repair apparel. This one is specifically... I've made it so it's specifically only for the servo arms, which are under Imperial Apparel, Armor Add-ons, Basic Servo Arm. It took a while for me to find that. Because there's a lot of different categories. When we do that, you're not assigned to crafting. Okay. Sharpie. You go do that. The repairing requires these repair kits, which you create from a machining table. And they require 25 steel and 25 cloth. Rather expensive. You get 5 of them for that. And I think repairing this uses about 5 of these repair kits. But he will repair this up to full again. Just speed that up. And it saves me from having to construct another one, which is quite nice. There we go. He'll put this over here. I can also repair clothing in the same way. Anything weapons, but I've only really been using it for these servo arms. Oh, I don't want you wearing that. You're Skitari, you don't get to wear them. Max also got little Servo Skull floating over his shoulder. They're kind of adorable. I like the visuals. I think these visuals in particular are from the Adeptus Mechanicus mod. Ones like this I think are from the Astra Militarum mod. Some of those don't look that nice. Like this. This is a Imperial Flora Aquila. And this pattern here in the background looks really familiar to me for some reason. I feel like it's from Unreal Tournament or Quake 2 or something like that, but I'm not too sure. Got like the Imperial Aquila on it, but this looks pretty good. Anyway, let's fast forward things. Labrador Retriever's pregnant again. Ugh. All sleeping in there. Eh. Might be getting up to culling time. I hate that I'm saying that, but... Oh, sermon. Okay. Did I turn it back on? Let me just check. Yes, I did. Okay. We'll see what will happen. One of the attacks I got was really early on, was a bunch of Necrons. They warped into my base about here, back when this was like the sleeping area I had. And it was like 6 Necrons. It was like, I think 2 Necron warriors, maybe an Immortal, a Flayer, a Destroyer. And it was basically, I didn't hurt any of them, and the Destroyer alone wiped everything out. Because it had this... Well, people who know Necron Destroyers, they have a rapid-fire quad-barreled Gauss gun. And, yeah. That tore through my guys like crazy. It's an anti-infantry vehicle. It's like a Necron attached to a hover platform. A Necron Warrior on its own would be enough, but that thing, jeez. I didn't even hurt them. And they have the reanimation protocols, so if you knock them down, apparently they can get back up again. It's wonderful. I think you need to use armor piercing against them or something. But that's why I need to get some better weapons. I don't think these radium carbines are really that good. There is all these weapons over here. It kind of gets a bit overwhelming. I've just been researching all the weapons because it makes sense. We're Adeptus Mechanicus. We can create all the weapons anyone ever needs. Orbital Lance Designator. So we can call in orbital strikes, apparently. I haven't done that. Quad rocket launchers, grenade launchers, Umbra pattern bolters, chainswords, eviscerators, power swords, power axe, lightning claws, power fists, bolt pistols, storm bolters, combi flamers, combi plasmas, heavy bolters, various las guns. I don't know the differences between them. I know some of them are like specific to certain groups. Like the M Galaxy is like the most common one. Catachan one I believe is, well, mostly I would assume is used by Catachan fighters. Other ones I guess are like specific to Vostroya pattern las guns. Is that a Vostroyan one? It says Martian. I would have thought that would have been like guardsmen on Mars or something. Hellgun, I think that's a rapid fire las gun. Long las, I think that's more like a sniper rifle. Las cannon, anti-vehicle light laser gun. Laser cannon. Plasma pistols, plasma guns. They're good, but they have the overheating rule, which means they have a chance to hurt the person who's wielding them because they the gun decides to blow up. Reliability is 1, so 1% chance to fail. That's why I haven't been using them, because having the arms or possibly my pawns killed by a plasma gun is not something I would like. This is why I'd like to be able to create servitors or something, because having things which I could just equip a plasma gun to, and I don't care about them because I could just create more of them if they die. Be nice. Heavy stubbers. Arbite shotguns, ripper guns, hand flamers, multi-melters, arc balls. This is like Skitarii stuff here. Transonic blades, like a vibrating blade. Arc ball. I think that's like a hammer which shoots off lightning when it hits something. Radium stuff. Macro stubbers. Plasma culverin, caliver. Arc pistols, arc rifles. Transuranic arquebus, as I said. Long-barreled infantry rifle, which epitomizes the precision and inhuman efficiency that typifies the cyborg Skitarii legions of the Adeptus Mechanicus. I know it says it'd be pronounced Skitarii, but it's Skitarii. Firing a shell of depleted transuranium, a transuranic arquebus can puncture a tank from one side to the other. 68% armor piercing, 75 damage. It's got a slow rate of fire though. Oh, we still need to research something. Apparently I can make Angelus pattern bolters of the sanguinary guard of the Blood Angels. Make use of a wrist-mounted, drum-fed variation of the bolter. Potent blood-charged shells filled with razor filament that is very effective against most known forms of armor. Sounds lovely. Or an Imperial Barrage plasma gun, which would be nice. I feel like the relic ones shouldn't have... it's got a little bit less chance to fail. 0.9 instead of 1. Okay. You can get Terminators. You got Terminator armor up here. Again, I haven't done any of this. Because you need to shove all these bionics into someone. Got drop pods, that requires transport pods. That's used for assaulting other locations on the planet. We could go to heretical path, but I haven't done so. We've been attacked by demons quite a few times. I guess I'll go Officio Assassinorum. Assassinorum. But I don't think we can get any of this. Oh, actually, I'll go for the transport pods, so we can get drop pods. Pardon me. Doing so much talking. Sermons. I don't really have any direction for people. Just going about doing their own business. I like this patterning I've gotten up. It's like a series of circles with these little bunkers in the middle in case demons spawn in, and we have these autogun turrets scattered everywhere. Again, in case of enemies. You think it's overkill. I've had a few sieges. It's not. If anything, it's not enough. Enemies can get really powerful. And these kind of do piddly damage. So, maybe I just need more las cannons and all that. How about we build something like that? Along here. Because there was enemies moving along here last time. Should I just shove them in there, or should I make a little, like, pop-out area? I think I'll just stick them in there. Let's see. Imperium door. We'll create it out of adamantium, because that's strong. Like that. Servo Skull comes up, drops the resources off, builds it. It's pretty much instantly done. I gotta create a twin-link las gun. There we go. And a few autocannons, and another twin-linked. And quad heavy stubbers. We've got a lot of automated turrets here. Turrets. Some of them are automated, some of them aren't. Some of them require to be manned. These ones, heavy bolter emplacements, las cannon emplacements, they require someone standing on them to use them. Like these pintle-mounted heavy bolters. and storm bolters. That's just like a heavy bolter on a tripod. These are the automated turrets. These ones require power. These ones here don't. This is a thud gun. Requires 5,000 steel, 2,000 adamant, 2,000 ceramite, and 30 Imperial components. Tarantula twin bolter. I haven't built any of those. These can't be built inside. They have to be built outside, which is why I haven't got any. They can't be built if they've got a roof over them. Tarantula twin linked las cannon. More firepower. I think these ones, for people who have played like Dawn of War or Dawn of War 2, these are the ones which the Space Marines would drop in from their tech priests. Or their, what are they called? Tech Marines? The bolters in this are quite powerful. They shoot rounds which explode on impact, so they're pretty good at tearing things apart. Traps have kind of fallen to the wayside. We could make traps out of jade. We've got so much resource. Or gold. A golden trap sounds kind of useless. Oh, I need power up here. Okay. Power conduit. Just run that up along there. And we're going to have to smooth that out there. So, smooth that. Smooth this side as well. Go. The Servo Skulls are also very, very good at smoothing. They're not, however, very good at creating turrets. They take quite a long time to make a turret. Much more than my actual people. If I put Legua on this, you'll see it's quite a lot faster than the Servo Skull. See? So, I rather like that. The Servo Skulls should be fantastic at everything. They're very good at most things, but probably good to have them at some things which they're not actually that good at. Just, you know, for some semblance of balance. He says with a Planetary core extractor. Hey, transport pods. I showed that off. Let me turn it on. And someone will come along, turn it on, and then Mac can go and generate some steel for us. Everyone's smoothing stuff over here. Okay, and go and start extracting some resources. It's quite cold in here, but I believe their robes actually protect them from it. He doesn't have any negative thoughts, even though he's standing in minus 50 degrees Celsius. He's actually quite comfortable. So I guess his robes are really good at insulating him from the cold. 30 degrees Celsius, 30 degrees Celsius. I don't know how to read this. Don't know if there's a way. Oh, there we go. It's just within his comfortable temperature range. Minus 52 degrees Celsius, 90 Celsius. Okay, fine. That's really good. What about you? Minus 23.79. Okay. Why is it so high? Guess it's the parka they're wearing or something? You're not actually wearing a parka. I don't think you can because the robe is covering that up. Anyway, there's some resources he generated. 130 steel from one of the tasks. And you can see the temperature in here is about it's about minus 45, 48 degrees Celsius. It's dropped. It's raised by about 10 degrees. So all those coolers are necessary. And it doesn't take that much power, as I said, 3,500. But when this is creating 150,000 power. Whatever. Not to mention all these lights I have around the place. Imperial light. I like these. They're quite nice. You put them up against the walls. Though they're technically here, I suppose, but they go up against the walls to have the Imperial skull with wings on it. There's also a gold one, which I have in the chapel. It has the Imperial Aquila on it, but because the gold is rather... because the light from it's rather yellow, I don't use that everywhere. Just use these ones because it's got white light, which is... it looks nicer. We also have these Imperial Lamps. I think we've seen these in the Greenskin camp. They're just like normal light. The normal lamps in the game. They're just like themed a bit. 20 steel to create. 10 watts. The Planetary core extractor. It doesn't require placement anywhere in particular. I think it just requires to be placed outside. Or maybe not? Well, I guess not. I placed it outside. I suppose that was for better venting from the coolers. But you don't need to place it on like a resource point. As I found, this ground penetrating scanner. This is used in conjunction with the deep drills from the base game, which I do have some. But what it does is someone sits here for a while, searching, and you'll find like some resources around the place, and it will like show up. Like I think I had up here a little like underground stack of like gold. Which was about 4 or 6 tiles. It was like maybe about 900 gold or something all up. And you put the deep drills on it, and people would go up there and drill, and they'd pull up the gold slowly, with a chance of spawning a bunch of what are they called? The insects, because you're disturbing them. So. But I haven't had any events caused by this. This doesn't spawn insects, which is quite nice. Why are these still not connected? Oh! Yeah, because I'm a dummy. There's a big gap in it. Go. And along there, too. Actually do this, because the other power is right up there. Nope. We'll just smooth that out. And there we go, they're all connected up. Could just stick more turrets along there. We have the remains of some Tyranids here. They're rotting away slowly. These look pretty good. I like these. The sprites for these. They fit in well with the Rimworld style. Sometimes some of them are a little difficult to tell apart. The Gene Stealers, without their large claws, look a lot like Hormagaunts. Oh yeah, we've got Hormagaunts here, Termagaunts. This warrior, which is huge. We haven't had any card effects or anything bigger than that. Just Gene Stealers, Hormagaunts, Termagaunts. You're gonna get attacked soon. We'll know if it, like, pauses for a few seconds. Where's another weak spot in my walls? Over here? I'd like it to be easier to remove this. This is like rock, but it's a mountain underneath it or above it. And you can't remove it because if you remove it, you'll get cave-ins. And from what I can tell, if it's an overhead mountain, you can see down in the bottom left here, it says overhead mountain for the roof. Essentially, you can't get rid of that. I believe there's a mod which allows you to remove it, but I believe it will just collapse forever. Somehow. Hey, a demonic infestation. Ah, it's up here. Oh, that looks to be quite a lot of demons. These little patches of brown dirt everywhere. We've seen demonic invasions before. Okay, okay. Right. What am I going to do? We have some auto guns in here. Let me set some up. Do I want to set that up in there or out here and then like knock the wall down? I can't fit 4 of them in here. It's annoying that they cover up like 2 by 2. Ah. How far away are they? I mean, they're all the way up there. But they're probably going to zoom down here pretty quickly. Get another one there. These are turrets which I created for previous fortifications and then removed the fortifications, but I kept turrets. It's nice to have backups. In case something like this happens. You never know when a demonic invasion is going to occur. So, yeah, how many is there going to be? Lovely! What do we got? 4 Flamers of Zinch. 3 Screamers. 5 Furies, which we haven't seen before. Well, I've seen them before, but I don't think we saw them in the greenskin ones. I think it's the corruption and worship mods also added a bunch of extra like creatures along with it. Because of the like expanded like corruption mechanics and all that. But yeah, Furies are like, they're lesser demons. They've got wings. They're not that big of a threat compared to other things. They're more like a nuisance than anything else. Demonettes. They've got power weapons. Nurglings. There's 3 of those. Horrors of Zinch. There's 2 blue ones, 2 yellow ones. Okay. There's a lot of portals too. These warp rifts create more if you leave them. Like the insect nests. Okay, once you've stuck these all over here. How are they going? Still sitting up there. I am going to create razor wire. Yes, a nice loop of razor wire. So I want it to slow down anything which gets near there. See, it takes ages for them to climb over it. Okay. Maybe more? Let's see. I might move these up here, since the demons are deciding not to attack right now. I would like for the turrets to be able to deal with them and not risk my guys. The process. You can see the little hauling bots coming to help. They're really overshadowed by the Servo Skulls just being so good. But the hauling bots are nice too. They just run around doing odd jobs, mostly hauling. Hence the name. Actually, I think they just do hauling. Yeah. It carries your purchases home and even lifts your new piano up into your room on the 20th floor. They're like heavy lifting Roombas, I suppose. Yeah, you can't put these las cannon emplacements underground. I can put this twin linked las cannon over here. Sure. Why are you putting that over there? Yeah, whatever. We extracted ceramite. 450 of it. We might have been running a bit low. What are we on? 1,930. Honestly, I found ceramite to be a bit harder to come by than adamantium. Maybe it's just because you use less adamantium. Ceramite's used for quite a few things. No, I want Legua to do that. He's faster. Why are my sermons getting cancelled? Oh. Okay. There's a las gun. Oh boy, here they come. Everyone, I want you over here. Daka 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 daka. Oh, screamers are so fast. Yeah, oh wow. Okay, that was kind of a large explosion. Oh, right. Important thing. Turn off the Servo Skulls. Because they'll haul things, regardless of whether there's combat going on. That's a bad thing. Come on. Deactivate. No, the thing underneath it. Deactivate. Deactivate. And the cleaning bot, just to be sure. Activate it. Very small explosion. The las cannon had quite a large one. There's not too many of them, so I'm not too concerned. I might just move you lot over here. Let the Skitari guys worry about this. What's the temperature in there currently because of all the fire? No, it's only 35 degrees. It's going up. Luckily, the fire I don't think hurts the auto turrets too much. Maybe it does? Oh, I guess it does. Falling bot, go home. There was a fusion gun. Just tore a hole through the wall. Oh no, you were hit. You probably got shot by one of your friends. Oh yeah, the auto sentry behind you shot you. Oh. Focus on the flamer. Because I don't want people running around on fire. Life to the Emperor. I pray that he accepts it. Go. So when are these going to respawn again? 2 days. Okay, we can get up there and get that done. Go up here. How badly injured are you? It's just a bruise. Tess, I want you to finish off the demons. Tess is equipped with a power sword and a las pistol. If that's appropriate. Okay, everyone. We've got warp rifts. We have to shoot them. Came out of the mines. No, don't eat the Furies. As I found, being on the receiving end of it, these pulse rifles are really, really good. They hurt a lot. Okay. Move up here. Deal with this one. You dealt with the war test? Okay, good. You can go to bed. Oh, and he's got a, yeah, he's got a rail rifle. Sorry, we're using filthy Xenos weaponry, but it's just really, really good. There we go. Okay, demons dealt with. I guess we can deconstruct this. I'm gonna have to build this wall up again. Actually, mine it out. I don't want you to repair it. I want you to deconstruct it. Hold on. Servo Skulls, activate. Haulers, activate. Cleaning bot, activate. Donkey's giving birth. Yeah, and you can see how fast the Servo Skulls are at mining. There's Mac, my best miner. And in the time it took for him to do one, the Servo Skull had done all the others. Kind of out of a job. I think we'll create this out of Ferrocrete. We'll put an adamantium door there. I haven't replaced all this stuff with, oh, that's Imperial Fortifications. I don't want that. Get out of here. I thought I swapped it over. I just want the, oh, I have to do this. There we go. I don't want the fortifications because I can't control temperature through the holes. And these mines get pretty drafty, so to keep things warm in here, I have to wall them off. Otherwise, people complain about being cold. Deconstruct that. And construct that. There we go. What was I saying? I hadn't replaced all these solid stone walls with reinforcement walls because these are pretty strong, so saving resources and just smoothing them out seems better. Okay. Oh, we saw this earlier. This is a brute. It's a bit confusing because it looks like a demon. A walker demon, it says. But it's part of the mech hive, and you deconstruct it like a robot. So something there must be a bit wrong. You can see it took quite a lot of shots before it died. They're only melee units, so not that bad. Not like those centipedes. Ugh. All the Lancers. Any of the mechanoids, actually, apart from the Scythers. Scythers are nasty in melee, but... playing on the harp. He's playing poker. She's playing poker. He's playing poker. And Tessa's playing pool. We've got this nice carpet here. What's it got? On this image, on the sculpture is an image of a township. The work has an erotic feeling in the vertical structure. Unusually for this kind of work, at the edge of the image are 8 millers. Okay. That makes perfect sense. Let's speed up time again. Can I do anything else? Anyone need any, like, bionic enhancements? We've got an augmetic eye here and an augmetic arm. Who's missing an arm? I haven't done too much of this because there's always a chance of the person dying in the process. That's quite low with all the upgrades I have to the medical center, but the fact that there's always a chance has made me a bit wary of it. I don't think anyone's missing an arm. I think I've replaced people who replaced the arms of people who had them. Who's missing an eye? Mac has got an augmetic eye. You have a scratch on your arm. It's itchy. That would be giving you a negative thought. Minor pain, yeah. Just hack off the entire arm because it's mildly itchy. Left eye. You've got a burn scar which is painful on it. Who's actually missing an eye? Raydek is missing an eye. He has no right eye. Operations. Install augmetic eye. Right. And you can go to the medical bay and get that sorted out. Rest until healed. Go. The Servo Skull's going to come up and start doing that. Yep. And after a bit, if all goes well, I hope it does. There we go. You have an augmetic eye now. Which gives you 100% efficiency and plus 20% sight. It is better than a normal eye. Also, you saw the other Servo Skull come in and create another med kit to keep it at 30. Someone's creating some Kalma. So that I have 30 of that around. Just, you know, keeping stocked up on resources. I should probably do that with a refined ceramide adamantium and all those other ingredients. I just sort of create them as I need them. Everyone's all suited up here in like Skitarii armor and Tech Priest armor and all that. That took quite a while to do. I think the Tech Priest armor, Engine Seer robes and all that, 10 Imperial components, 60 ceramite, 40 steel, 500 work to make. It takes a while. And the Skitarii Legionnaire stuff is the same. 1,000 work to make. And the Primus hood, which is the hood Sharpie has, because he's the leader. 5 Imperial components. 500 work, so... Took a while. Servo Skulls would certainly speed it up, but yeah. It's also why these tool cabinets are all around here, just to speed things up a little bit. Let's keep creating these las guns. If traders come, I can give them a bunch. Go. And there's a las gun. It is of good quality. They're pretty good. 10 damage. But, you know, I like using the, I don't know. I was going to say the, Adeptus Mechanicus weapons, but some of my guys, as I said, are equipped with Xeno weapons. Well, just ignore that. No one's looking at us that closely. Oh, we got some traders? We do. Test is my trader. Go and, trade with Arden there. Have you got auto pistol and a chain gun? Oh, mechanoid cluster. It's landing nearby. Ah, where is it landing, by the way? Oh, down there. Right. This is the, yeah, this is the, one of the events in the DLC. So it's a bunch of mechanoids, and they have a little base. They have these turrets, which they've set up. Oh, it's got a sun blocker. Great. When that activates, if it hasn't already, it's going to, cause a permanent eclipse until I destroy it. Mech capsules, mech assemblers. Let's create more robots. Pikemen. Ooh, that will create centipedes. Lancers. The size of these is because of my wealth. I believe. I have quite a lot of wealth. Auto Inferno turrets. Steel barricades too. Like they need it. Look at all the turrets. 3 centipedes. 3 pikemen. 4 lancers. 4 scythers. Okay. And there's a bunch of buffalo there too. Yeah, that's a drop beacon. So when I attack them, they'll drop in more. They've got 2 of them too. I don't know whether those stack. I'm not too sure. Do they have the shields? Yes. They've got this mech high shield. Intercepts aerial projectiles. Do they have 2 of those? Last time they had one which protected against like mortars and ground attacks. You have a water gun? I don't think you do. I could just leave you there. We'll try and get rid of you. Okay, trade. Wooden curious effigy. I don't feel like I should sell that to them. Because it's an effigy of corn. Also, you can just sell the resources you create. They're worth quite a bit. This is worth the same, but these are, I think, a bit easier to make. I'd actually been selling refined ceramite and adamantium because they're quite easy to make and they're worth a fair bit, so. Revolvers. Oh, how quaint. We do have some trader weapons, as I said. Again, I don't feel right in selling them. I should probably, like, burn them or something. I don't know whether there's a negative penalty for wielding chaotic weapons. It would be neat if there was. But I haven't tried it. Don't really have anything, do you? No. You've got this. Jump packs. I think people have had this for a while. I keep seeing this for jump packs. 2050. Have I only got 14 of those? I need to make more. That's only like 100. Or like 200 adamantium. I just... No, I think I just quit it. Okay. Not that that would have been too bad of a thing. Okay, there we go. Except, yeah. Whatever, I'm giving him like an extra. 150. So, what are we going to do about this? I'm guessing that shield's going to protect them from the, waters. Twin-linked las guns. I'll put some of these in here. Reinstall this. I don't know. Over there. It's dormant, so it won't attack us until we like annoy them. It gives me time to set up some weapons to defend against them. Guess we can create some Tarantula Guns. In las cannons. It's got a bit more. Yeah, I like that. I'm just dropping these around, but they do require quite a bit of resources. Get that now. Oh. It's all soggy ground there. I can't build. Defensive walls around that. Oh dear. Jaeger has developed a heart condition. Heart attack. Who? Oh, no, my donkey. Heart attack. Painful. That's not good. Operation. I don't think I can give them, like, bionic hearts. I don't think there's much I can do for him. Oh, 22 years old. It's something I've read. Apparently, like, pawns don't die of old age. They die from from just a build-up of, like, negative health issues. So Tess here is frail. She's had that from the beginning. She's also got a bionic heart. So I'm guessing that means she won't have heart attacks. If she got other things, like dementia, I could probably fix that by giving her, like, a augmented brain or something like that. Just so that her consciousness gets higher and, like, mobility and all that stays fine. I think if that all stays up, I don't think, like, I'm pretty sure people can't just, from what I've read, I believe people can't just die from old age. It's always from a reason. Like a heart attack, like with poor Jaeger there. He doesn't have the health condition anymore. Oh, yeah, it says countdown activated down there, 5 days. So this will activate in 5 days. Hopefully we'll be ready by then. Damn it, Servo Skull. Yeah, well. Better you than, I suppose. They're just slow. Not even that slow. Oh, and the hauling bots can cut down trees if they need to, but they are very slow at it. I can't stick that there. It's just that square. Okay. It must be like bumping up against the tree or something. It's got like a tiny laser on it. I don't know. Why'd you finish it? You've got 18 work left. Why do they always do that? Just like, oh, it's nearly done. I'm just gonna leave it. I gotta finish it later. Again. Work left 1. Just is holding another sermon. How many people are going to make it? She just kind of starts as soon as she gets there, so if people are late, well, so be it. I'm really proud of this place, by the way. It looks really nice, I think. With the marble tiling and the slate tiling and all the statues, which I managed to pair for the most part up to about here. Got the starties. We won't look at what the statues are actually of because what the statue looks like here is not what the statue is actually of, apparently, from what the game considers. I think this is... Let's see. We've got Astartes here, Sororitas. I think this is Arbites. Like the Imperial Police Force. I'm not too sure what this is. It's like he's got a pompadour. Or like a... Oh, what's his name? Oh. Okuyasu haircut. Some kind of administrative person. Another one of those there. And an Imperial Guardsman down there. So, looks like he has a bolt pistol. Because all in the Imperium are to be commended for their service. We can build some guns which we can build are for like Ogrin? And I've sort of seen mentions that you can get Ogrin, but I haven't seen any. Ogrin are abhumans. They're a stable mutant version of humans. They're accepted in the wider Imperium. They're humans which have grown up on planets which have a heavier gravitational field. They're quite a lot larger than a human. Think an ogre. They're basically an ogre, but a human ogre, if that makes sense. They're very large. They're not very smart, but they have like unique weapons and such. I think one of them, what we can build is a grenade launcher gauntlet. Somewhere around here. Yeah, grenade gauntlet. Imperial Guard bullgrins. So, I think we could also make their shotguns. I forget what that's called. Ogrin shotguns are kind of scary. They're very big. What would it be? Heavy stubber, autocannon, assault cannon, RPRT, shotgun. Heavy flamer, hand flamer, no, ripper gun. I think, yeah, that's it, the ripper gun. Heavy automatic combat shotgun. Only does 8 damage. Stopping power is 4. You think of like a shotgun about the size of a grenade launcher. With like a very large knife on the end as a kind of a bayonet in case they decide to club something over the head with it. Okay. Also, I think I'll just stop the recording here and I'm going to have a brief break and we'll be back for this in a moment. So, okay, I'm back. Let's get these turrets up. If I have enough resources for them. Let's see, what are they doing? They're hauling steel to them. Do I have enough ceramite? 2,000. Yes, I do. For all 3 of them? They require 500 each. Yes, I do. Components. They require 10 each. How's my Imperial components? We have 2. I need more. I think each job of an Imperial component creates several. But, we'll need at least 30. They also require components, but we can create more components just by using steel. How much steel do I have? 128. Right, we need more steel. Run through this resources so quickly. There we go. Someone get on that. Preferably a Servo Skull. Then I'll be drowning in steel. How many have you created now? 6. I think it was 2. Went up by 2. So I guess every one of those jobs creates 2. 8. Yep. Okay. Good. They're hauling the ceramite to them. These Muffalo are just... Oh boy. We've also got this one here. Oh, that's got all of its resources in it. We just need someone there to construct it. And apparently Ludmilla is going to construct it. Thank you very much. Oh, yeah, something else. Mac and Ludmilla here, they have this Bionic Implant, which they started off with, is really good. The Circadian Half Cycler. What? Another attack? This means that they don't have to sleep. It lowers their consciousness a bit. But as I said, they don't have to sleep, so they'll keep working forever. Or keep running around doing things. Another mechanoid. That is a lot. Good gravy. Oh, that's wall. Okay. What's this one? A toxic spewer. Okay, so you're just gonna, like, kill all the plants here. Do you have a mortar? I wish we'd be getting some greenskins or something like that, not just all these mechanoids. You've got mech capsules. Oh, they're all sleeping inside of them. Okay. Drop beacons. Countdown activator. If you snipe that out, would it not awaken? I guess, unless you destroyed it in one shot. And these red ones are proximities. If you go within this range, they'll wake up. Doesn't look like they have a shield over that one. I could hit it with my thud gun, but, as I said, thud guns... They're not too good against, robots. At least I haven't been impressed by them. Because they do a lot of... They just start a lot of fires. I think it was like a fire in an area of like that. But not a lot of explosive damage, if that makes sense. So the robots don't burn. Then they do fire volleys of 4. You have to repair the barrel, though. I could show it off. Against this, perhaps. Then they can come and get attacked by these walls or something. Okay, good, good. Come on, finish constructing these turrets. Excellent. That one's online. I want to see these Tarantula Guns. Oh boy. Hey, you're creating that one quickly. Oh, they require power. No. Okay. That's a bit of a bummer. Not too surprising, but Do they require... Tarantula twin-linked heavy bolters, designed for medium-range sentry duty, has a minimum range of 5 and a small chance to explode when destroyed. All Imperial turrets self-destruct when they have taken too much damage to leave no resources for the enemy. Sentry duty. I guess it's automated? It's not looking around like the other ones. Yeah, okay. Yeah, oh no, it is. Okay. Have you finished this other ones? So that doesn't have the ceramite delivered as cannon. Is nearly there. Can I move it somewhere else? I can! Once you've built it, you can reinstall it somewhere else. Okay. You can just set them up over here and then move them out as you needed to. That's neat. And you can store them in a storage area until you need them. Jobs. That's actually reminds me why I have these over here. This chem fuel I separated over here because one time one of my guys, I think it was in Brainsutter, had a tantrum and decided to go over here and kick one of the chem fuel stacks I had stored in here. And it caused a chain reaction and they all blew up. So I keep them over here now, just so that they won't destroy anything else. If they do happen to get kicked because someone decides to take their anger out on a highly volatile fuel source. I don't like how to say. One of the things I don't particularly like about Rimworld over Dwarf Fortress is that the game is in some ways actively trying to make you lose rather than just having events occur and you lose if you don't prepare for them. One of these things is if someone has a tantrum or has a tantrum. There's two different types. There's one where they'll go around smacking things randomly. So they'll sort of just go like hit a wall for 3 times, turn around, hit a chair for 3 times, turn around, hit like a vent 3 times. They won't usually destroy something when that happens because things take more than 3 hits to destroy. So that's fine. Then there's one where someone gets annoyed, they have a tantrum, and they go and destroy something specific. And from what I've noticed, this tends to be one of, if not the most expensive thing in your fortress. This is kind of annoying. In base Rimworld, it's not too bad because you don't really have things which are massively valuable unless they go and destroy like your thermal plant. Though I don't know. It's just I've had it happen sometimes and I've gone to like my storage and destroyed a Bionic which I've bought. And you know, it's just I'd be fine with them destroying it. It's just the idea that they're sort of singling out that as being extremely valuable that I feel is a bit... Anyway. Because I sort of wonder if that would happen and they go and destroy like the plasma reactor. Just because it's like really valuable or something. Anyway, you nearly finished with this? Oh, Officio Assassinorum. I guess go and research the Angelus pattern bolters. We should probably create some bolters. How are these las guns going? I suppose you've all been focused on creating the turrets. We've got 7 of them. Good, normal. We can't create other races' weapons. They're sort of restricted to that race, so only Tau can create Tau weapons. Only Eldar can create Eldar weapons. I should have a look at the Eldar and Tau and all that. Oh, you've actually finished creating them. Well done. What should I do? 8 Imperial power cores. Or plasma culverin. Guess I can make las cannons. There's an assault cannon we can make. Oh, that's the one which, like... Isn't that the one? Yeah, Terminators have these. How can someone, just a normal person, carry that? 50 burst shot count, range 38. 48% armor piercing, stopping power is 1, damage is 7. Extremely reliable. It's got a failure chance? I guess to jam? I guess. Sure. Create a assault cannon. What's the resources that requires? No, that's an auto cannon. That's different. Assault cannon. 150 steel, 75 ceramite, 8 imperial components. That's not that much, honestly. Okay, these turrets all up. No. We need more components, do we? The Imperial nano components up here are primarily used in Bionics. The Augmetics. I could probably create some more beds. These hospital beds actually require 10 normal med kits, which is why I have some of these medicine kits here. It's a bit odd for a bed to require medical kits, but also ceramite and steel. I have 6 of them. And people's bedrooms are nice and smooth, so even if they have to sit in there, pretty good. I have these little shrines, which I'm not too sure. I think people are supposed to be able to worship there. It says pawns may put their own trinkets and effigies of worship here. But I haven't seen them do anything with them. I created some effigies of the Emperor. Do I still have them around? I think I might have sold them all. They're just little statues of the Emperor. But people weren't picking them up or using them for anything, so I would expect them to go take one, put it on here or something, but no, they haven't done anything with them. Is it something I have to activate somewhere else? The one's got 0 worship efforts. Maybe I'll have to, like, activate it on the... Ooh. Ah! Hello! People woken up. Mechanoids have woken up. Why'd you wake up? Did a robot get near you? Well, this is unfortunate. Mech drop beacons have summoned reinforcements in drop pods nearby. Yay. Look at all of them. Okay. Could you get this one done? Don't see anyone who was over there. They must have just woken up. Well, that plasteel I had over there has been picked up. Wait, where's that effigy gone? That effigy of corns disappeared. Someone got it in their bedroom. Ooh. Could be in the storage pits here. Hmm. Or maybe it deteriorated. Just up there. But they did seem to be breaking unless they got caught on fire or something. I don't know. Has anyone's souls been compromised? Nope. components. Do I need more, like, normal components? You have 21 of them. It should be fine. Yeah, just... There we go. Continue creating them. No one getting shot at. Oh. Grey deck! Get out of there. Forbid that goat juice. Actually, just... forbid everything around here. Isn't anything good? You poor sod! Run! You've got a scyther after you. Ah! Okay. We're going to need to get other people to come and rescue your sorry ass. Oh no. If you lose an arm, don't worry, we can give you another one. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, good. Hooray, my turrets. Is that going to activate all the others? It is. Looks like we're going to be attacking these ones now. Here they come. It's a long Congo line of ciphers. Pew. Bullets. I can't actually tell the turrets to attack certain targets, I don't think. No. They just choose targets automatically. And that's that. Oh, the Servo Skulls. Right. You lot. Deactivate. Activate. And you. And the cleaner bot. Yeah, no. Oh. My turrets down here are attacking them. Probably right. This is probably the more poorly defended area, since I don't have las cannons on this side. Everyone hop down here. They can run through these fortifications without exposing themselves, except at these corners. To outside, so... have a rather nice defensive perimeter going along here. It's not very pretty, but... oh, it works. I could probably have done a better design with like an outer wall of these fortifications and then an inner wall of solid walls, so I can move guys through without exposing them in these rotundas, but... yeah, pikemen. This auto gun turret's got 1,500 hit points. This quad heavy stuff has got 380. Same as the auto cannon. But like, either this should have less, or these should have more. No, the centipedes. Just watch them absorb all the damage. I don't even have to lift a finger. I could stick people out there, but... oh, 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 there goes a quad turret. Boom. 2 of them went down. Damn it. The autocannon down here is still shooting. All these pikes. What's your range? Okay, once you've got rid of this turret. There we go. There's some fires going on, but it doesn't matter because we've got cement around here. Let me show off the third gun. So, flick the switch, man it, and we'll... Okay, it's on hold fire. Turn it off hold fire, and fire over there. As I said, this is a quad-barreled mortar. Thump. And that's what it does. It like sets a lot of fires, but from what I've seen, it doesn't deal a lot of damage to mechanoids because it's fire. Also, it failed to hit all of them with all 4 shots. It's kind of impressive. It is starting to rain though. All I want for once is my mortars to hit the target I'm aiming at. It's like it's purposely missing them. Oh, it needs its barrel to be repaired. Yeah, can I get... How do I... Man third gun. Designate. Ah, there we go. Yeah, rearming. That's what you need to do. I guess the barrel durability is actually how many shots it's got loaded. Anyway, aim there. We'll try and hit them with a direct shot. Maybe that will deal some damage. Sharpie's got good... What is this? I'm aiming up there. Again, it's like it's purposely missing them. Oh no, I don't want to shoot the actual enemies because... Come on. One land right on top of them. There we go. Did that deal damage? It sounded like they took a little bit of damage. They've got some burns. That's from autocannon. But, yeah. There was a direct hit. Yeah. I feel that this should be more effective against, like, mechanoids. Or just more explosive, rather than shells. Everyone just have something to eat. No, Tess. Don't go beat that fire out. That's a bad idea. Guess I could send people up to go and attack those pikemen. Pikemen don't deal too much damage. They're just long range. Autocannon's doing a pretty good job of it, though. Oh, well. Boom. And we've got all these ones down here to attack. Back up. Okay. Charge for the Emperor. We managed to burn all the trees here, but okay. They're not going to attack us until we get right up close to them? We're fine. There we go. Do I want to attack this base? They've got a lot of turrets. No, focus on these ones down here. I think I'll send people into here again, and we'll get these turrets to start attacking them. There's just so many, I don't know, turrets and all that. Ugh. I have snipers. I could take them out from a distance. Can't tell them to attack. Okay, Sharpie, get in here. You and your long-range rifle. Oh, you can see there's a brute there. I've got that shield up there though. Just take a shot. And hit them, please. Okay, fine. Everyone can just, you know, go have a meal and get patched up. We'll have to replace all these turrets again. Oh, Embracer is having psychotic wanderings. Activate you. And go and allow those mechanoids. Allow them. Allow them. Allow them. Oh. Troyo is fully healed. Oh, okay. Well, we took out one of them. Kind of. There's still all this to deal with. But, yeah. I think we'll probably leave it there for tonight. I mean, this was just a look at what I had going on in the background. Or the mod. There's a lot of fun stuff in it. A lot of stuff. It takes some time to get there. But, yeah. As I said earlier, though, most of this was done without attacks being on, because the attacks they start off kind of ridiculous, and they get even more ridiculous. Part of it's probably just I'm not very good at things, defending my fortress, defending my colony, and all that. But some of the attacks you can get are really nasty. The demonic incursions are fine, for the most part. They're not too bad. Some of the ones like the Space Hulks, it's real toss-up as to what you get. Sometimes it's like just a few guys, like normal raiders. Sometimes it's just like some sort of, you know, like Stone Age equipped guys. Other times it's like a few orcs, like orc knobs with zap cannons and heavy shooters and like really good armor and all that. They could be like in first year and so yeah, sometimes it's just, oh, that happened, everyone's dead, and they can't really do much about it. So that's why I was reloading a lot. Also, I turned off the attacks so that I could construct a lot of this. Otherwise, it was things like this, you know, mechanoid attack. And then while I'm dealing with that, Space Hulk. And then while I'm dealing with that, Defoliator. And then another mechanoid. And then demonic incursion, you know. Before I had all the turrets, I had just these guys. Not even all these guys. And, pawns aren't really that good at attacking them. The weapons I've got are nice, but compared to, like, the turrets, anyway. But yeah, it's still a lot of fun. I like it a lot. And some things get kind of ridiculous. Planetary core extractor, which I don't mind, because it allows you to create large things like this. I could extend this out even more if I wanted. There's this area up here I haven't done anything with. I could extend the walls through the, like, mountain wall off here. have this wall which I was building up again. I could like cement over all of this. And just go crazy with stuff. As if I haven't already. Anyway. What am I going to do? Am I going to save it? I guess so. Made a backup on the save. In case I can't destroy those things. Anyway. Thank you very much for joining for this. And, yeah, I don't know. We might come back to this. I'll probably, if I go back to Rimworld with these mods, do an alien race or something. Maybe Tau or Eldar or something. Or maybe even like Heretical Chaos. That'll be fun. See what the, gifts that the Chaos Gods can give. At some other point, I'd like to do the Greenskins again, because they have their own favors based on Gork and Mork. One of them, I think, is, Foot of Gork. So you can just, like, have the Foot of Gork come down and stomp on invaders. That sounds fun. And there's also Weird Boys. You could get Psychers and so on, which I'd have to read up and know how to do. Anyway, thank you very much for joining. I hope you join me again next time.